and I have seen Twitter. I have seen YouTube comments on other people's videos. I have seen a lot of social media, sites call Denise crazy for saying that she broke up with Cal Funny. Sometimes people are too literal. They take things too literal. Hi, welcome to Rated G TV. My name is Glennis, and you guys know you can always call me G. Guys, welcome back. We have made it to the year 2021. Yay! Guys, I know it's been a while. We took a break there because we did not have a new episode of Ready to Love to review, but they are back with an all new episode that we're about to get in. Now, again, we're going to be reviewing Ready to Love, Season 3, Episode 10, titled Love and Loss. Now, this episode was a bit of an emotional episode. Not a lot of drama, not too much going on, but a lot of emotion. Guys, what we're going to do is go ahead and get straight into it because there's a lot of things I do want to discuss, especially the ending of the episode. The episode starts off with, looks like it's some good times between all the cast members, giving each other hugs, pairing off with each other. And we see Jay and Joy. Jay and Joy are enjoying their time together, making jokes about peanut butter and chocolate. And of course, she says in her confessional that he still gives her butterflies. So looks like their connection is going great there. Next, that same night, while everyone is outside, we see Denise and Cal Funny talking. She's pretty much telling him that he has been her number one the whole entire time for her, and she can see herself loving him or falling in love with him. Now, I noticed while Denise is talking, Cal Funny is making lots of faces. Cal Funny need to grow up a little bit, but I'm not going to start fussing at Cal Funny just yet. But anyway, so he's making lots of faces while she's saying this, and then of course she did ask him about how he feels and where she stands. And he has told her that this whole time he has been her number one, and it looks like in her eyes she's happy about it. But he did say, but things have changed. He drops the bomb and pretty much tells her that Adriana is number one. When he says that, she does say to him, can you see Adriana being a mother to your daughter? And of course he does say yes. He doesn't verbalize it, he just shakes his head and says it. So I don't think he even believed it when he shook his head and said yes. She seems hurt. She does say that she felt like he should have had the conversation with her. And he says, what are you talking about? We discussed it. Cal Funny, you have never discussed it. The only thing you discussed with Denise was the fact that you didn't like her jealous tendency, her aggressiveness, and the fact that she just wanted to be around you and only have your attention. Cal Funny really never had that conversation with her about the fact that he was pursuing Adriana. He just said, hey, I'm getting to know all of my connections, but he never said, Adriana is really in my top. So he pretty much just dropped the bomb on her, and I felt like he could have been more mature about it. You can tell in her confessional she feels a bit hurt because she has been vulnerable to Cal Funny this whole time. She says she feels like they have been on like a spiritual connection with each other, and he throws this bomb. Sorry, Denise, I just felt like you should always chose Anthony from the start. Actually, Rashid, but I'm not going to get into that. Sometimes people block certain things that's good for them. But anyway, guys, it does go to the next day. It seems like the whole atmosphere changed. I told my daughter when I was watching it, I said, "Ooh, look, it's raining outside. It's cloudy." I said the music even changed going into this. When we go to that next scene, we see production and Jay walking down the hall. Jay tells everyone that Joy has lost her sister, that Joy's sister has passed away while they're there. I'm not going to really get too deep into that. That was really an emotional few minutes where he's talking about it. He does discuss it with nephew Tommy, and then eventually Tommy does pull the cast together. He does let them know what happened. He also tells the cast, because of everything that's going on, which has happened with Joy, that she will have to leave. And of course Joy does leave the resort, and he did tell the cast they have no assignments for the day because of course that's just a lot for them to process. Pretty much the cast are given Joy their condolences and encouragement in their confessional. So whenever she watches the episode, which I hope she doesn't watch the episode, because the scene with her hugging Jay was a bit heartbreaking. The next scene, we do see Winter and Edwin. They are discussing the situation with Joy. Edwin does say that she has led him to take a look at himself and open up. Not too much, they're just discussing the situation. Edwin kind of needs this alone time since he was connected to Joy. In the next scene, we see Calfunny and Denise talking. Looks like she may have called him. So in her confessional, she says he has pretty much brushed me off, and she kind of wants to, deal with the situation. So as she's talking to him, she tells him that she wants to be true to herself. She also tells Calfunny that they have to break up and that she is starting to love Anthony. Now, two things I want to point out in this, and I have seen Twitter, I have seen YouTube comments on other people's videos. I have seen a lot of social media, sites call Denise crazy for saying that she broke up with Calfunny. And even in Calfunny's in his confessional, he makes his face like we were never together. Sometimes people are too literal. They take things too literal. If you really know a person and you can discern their personality, you know good and well that it was a joke, the way she said it. She said, we have to break up. And the way she said it even sounds like a joke. And so people have been on this rant about how she sounds, very crazy and that they really wasn't in a relationship. But however, I think she was joking. In her thing, she kind of made up the thing about, loving Anthony to see if Calfunny will fight for her. And he didn't. Ladies, we can't play games like this with guys. Hey, a guy like Calfunny is a competitive guy. So you already had the upper hand when you had told him you wanted to be done with him. With him, he's so immature that you have to use the word. Don't use the play and use the word like break up. Just pretty much say, hey, I feel like at this point, since you're saying that you're going with Adriana, I'm just at this point, I'm just going to, let that be. And I just hope everything will be cool between us. He's already going to be butthurt because he feel like he's King Cali. So he feels like he is who he is, so everybody wants him. The next scene, we see Winter and Jay. I told my daughter, I said, I noticed that Jay have on his suit like he's about to go catch a flight. Winter and Jay, they do talk. He tells her he appreciates her, and at this point, his connection is pretty much with Joy, which he has been saying forever. He says that he is allowing himself to feel because he's not been a person of many emotions or expressing his emotions. And that has a lot to do with Joy helping open him up. He does also say that he is leaving to go be with Joy. He feels like he wants to be with her and he wants to support her. She does tell him go support and that she understands. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments, let me know. A part of me in the wording that Winter says, it seems like she's in denial. I don't know if she's really hearing that he has said, and on numerous occasions, that Joy was his number one. And I think the last episode he said if he had to leave with someone today, it would be Joy. However, I do see that it sounds like the way she said, go support. I know you want to go be there. And then she tells him she's going to miss him. But I don't think she's really listening to what he's really saying, that I've made my decision. I'm going to be with Joy. She says in her confessional that with him leaving, it will allow her to truly focus on Anthony. And we're going to get into that a little bit more, which I feel like she should have been doing anyway, because Jay has been telling her that Joy has been his number one for probably since day one. However, Jay does go back in the inside, tells everybody that he is going to leave and he's leaving to go be with Joy. And everyone says their goodbyes. Ladies, let me tell you something. You don't got to chase a man. You don't got to keep asking him what he wants or where he sits with you. If you are that important to him, he's going to do a J. He's going to go after what he wants, or he's going to let you know off the back where you stand with him. If he doesn't answer your question or kind of goes in a circle with you, it's not what it is. In the next scene, which I think it is later on that day, maybe later on that day, Tommy does meet with everyone. He tells the whole crew, hey guys, refocus on your own journey, opens the floor for people to speak, and Edwin decides to talk. Edwin does tell everyone pretty much that he has decided to self-eliminate. He says he has not found love here because his path has taken him into a path of self-discovery here, there at the resort. Everyone seems to be good with this. Tommy does tell him that Edwin did find love. He found love with himself. I feel like that was a great moment. I feel like once Edwin does finish dealing with all of the things he has to deal with within himself, clean his heart and work on himself, it's going to be easy for him to draw exactly what he's looking for. And pretty much after that, Tommy does dismiss everyone. The next scene, I kept pausing and fussing and pausing and fussing. That's why I said I'm going to do a live reaction one with you guys. The next scene, Calfunny and Anthony talk. They discuss Denise. Calfunny asks him about his connection with Winter. He pretty much says, yeah, my connection with Winter is there, but he goes on to expand about his connection with Denise. He does ask Calfunny, how does he feel about Denise and where does Denise stand? Calfunny basically says that him and Denise are pretty much done, and he actually did some female-like stuff. My understanding is Calfunny did go on social media and explain this, and we'll get into that in a second. He pretty much talks about Denise saying that they broke up. I noticed that Anthony's face had this look like, wait, what do you mean you broke up? I didn't know you guys were in a relationship. You see how you could just take stuff too far by using the wrong words with people, even in a jokingly manner. Calfunny does tell him how that Denise told him that he was in love with Anthony, and Anthony made this face like, whoa, I didn't know that. She's not been showing me that. So basically he says from all of the stuff that Calfunny has been speaking, he feels like, okay, well, I'm just her number two, and if you're done with her, then basically she's trying to come to me. And at that point, Calfunny talks about, well, Denise is cool, but however, he picks his hand up as if he's dumping a ball here. The ball is in your court. Like, I'm done with her or whatever. So Anthony is too passive in this situation with Calfunny. Calfunny, like I said, is a competitive guy. He doesn't like to lose. So he doesn't want no one to tell him that they're done with him. He wants to either ghost him or he's going to talk in a circle to talk himself out of it. So I felt like he was raining on his parade. However, Calfunny must have saw all the backlash he was getting on social media. So he decides to tell everyone that the producer, told him and Anthony to have a conversation about Denise. Edwin did go on another YouTuber's live stream interview. He did tell them that sometimes production will suggest certain situations for them to do, but you could tell them no if you didn't want to talk about it or if you didn't want to put yourself in that situation. Now, my understanding, production probably did tell him to go speak about Denise because they both had a connection with it and they were both winding down, so they need to see where each one of them stood with Denise. But the intent, it's the intent. If you guys go back and really watch that scene, look at Calfunny's eyes in when he's explaining Anthony about this situation with Denise. His eyes are saying, I'm trying to throw salt in your situation with Denise. Calfunny, you had an opportunity to phrase or just say, hey, me and Denise have decided to go our own ways, and I decided just to pursue Adriana, and we understood and agreed, and that was it. It does go to the scene with Denise and Winter. Denise and Winter are talking about Anthony. Denise tells Winter that she loves Anthony, and Winter makes this face. Winter does say in her confessional that she cannot speak on Denise's psyche, but she does feel that Denise is strategizing at this point to stay at the resort. I don't know if that was a question that producers might have asked her about, what do you think Denise is thinking, and she probably saying, I can't speak on her psyche actually, but I can only give you my opinion that she was just trying to hang on or strategize to get with Anthony so that she can stay. However, Winter, I have to say this, Winter has been strategizing this whole time with Anthony in her back pocket. My understanding up until Jay left, she still wanted Jay to be her number one. My understanding when her friends came, it was Edwin and Jay were in her top two. She only looked at Anthony when he pulled his shirt off. And at that point, hey, she was stringing him along in her back pocket because she didn't get the connection she wanted with Edwin, and she didn't get the connection she really wanted with Jay. So at this point, I feel like she's settling for Anthony. There is a scene where Winter and Anthony talk after that. They talk about being on the same page. Now, I did see that in Anthony's confessional, he does say that the last 48 hours has changed things between him and Winter since Jay has left. You guys tell me in the comments what you think about that. He was the number two. Now at this point, if they choose each other, they're both settling for their number 2 choices. In the next scene, we do see Adriana and Rashid. He asks her, is he still her number 1? Of course, Adriana doesn't answer the question. She goes about it by saying at this point in time, it's about who you see yourself with in the long run. And she talks in circles. Let me tell you guys, if you ask somebody a question, and if it's a yes or no question, they don't give you a straight up answer, they're pretty much saying no. Now I'm hoping production may have just told her, don't give me an answer just yet because we need some stuff for the last episode. He pretty much says this. He tells her he has put pretty much all his eggs in one basket when it came to her. And if she doesn't choose him, then hey, he's good with that. She does in her confessional does say she likes having her cake and eating it too, meaning like she likes having both the attention of Khalfani and Rashid. After that, she decides to kiss Rashid, which she does that to pacify him pretty much from asking any additional questions. Rashid's connection is not there. The maturity that Rashid is on and how he carries himself and the work he's done within himself, none of the ladies that were there were for him. Just think she's just lustfully attracted to Khalfani and is scared of a commitment with Rashid because she's not ready for nothing really serious. The next scene, we see Anthony and Denise talk. So it looks like they're having a bit of date kinda. Looks like it was set up so nice for them. I noticed when they were walking over, I can look at Anthony's face and his body language. Like he says he's gonna have a one-on-one conversation with Denise to kind of figure out what Khalfani was saying or get into a little bit deeper of what she means and kind of talk about their connection a little bit. Basically, Anthony to me has been so passive to the fact that he's picked up Khalfani's attitude. He's picked up his crap, like his spirit. His interaction with Denise at this point is funny. At this point, he's asking her questions. Then he's making these faces off to the side, like whatever, I don't believe anything you're saying, you're not being genuine. And because he's allowed Khalfani to talk in his ear, now he's looking at her funny. He's looking at her strange when she has never acted a certain way to him. Now, however, I can't defend Denise too much because at this point we know from what she said that she is just going to her number 2 because Khalfani doesn't want her, or she wants Khalfani to fight for him. She tells Anthony that she is falling for him, and then Anthony is like, but he's making this face like whatever, instead of just coming to Denise as a man and pretty much coming with an open slate. And if he didn't really want to necessarily bring up the conversation him and Khalfani had at that moment, he should have just pretty much said, I want to see what's going on with us. Kind of listen to what she said and discern what she said from there, not base your discernment off of what someone else has already put in your ear. Everyone's back at this point and they all meet with Tommy. Tommy pretty much is saying they need to untangle their love triangle. He tells them that their family is coming to the resort to introduce their potential significant others to help them make their decisions. At this point, they do leave and they're all in the lobby. Everyone is in the lobby. And as everyone is in the lobby, Denise is pretty much talking about, I wonder who's coming for me? Is it my father? I hope my father is coming. And everybody's just talking and Anthony makes this face like, yeah, like that. He pretty much tells us that he needs to get this conversation with Denise out the way. Anthony pulls Denise to the side, pretty much tells her he is going full in with Winter. Now, what I don't like about this scene, and we'll talk about it some more, is that when he pulled her to the side, still in front of everybody. Denise is technically caught off guard with this. And she seems shocked. I don't see hurt like she was with Khalfani. She pretty much tells him that, okay, well, at this point, if you feel Winter, then Winter is the better connection for you, and I'm okay with you and Winter. After she mentions Khalfani, Anthony decides to tell her that, well, me and Khalfani talked yesterday, and I want to let you know that Khalfani said he has decided to go with Adriana. I'm trying to understand this whole season that I've noticed that people don't have a chance to tell their own business. So Anthony did a move which I didn't like, which Khalfani had already explained to Denise what he was going to do anyway. However, I don't feel like it was necessary for Anthony to decide that he wanted to discuss what him and Khalfani decided. Khalfani can speak for itself. So Denise kind of cut him off. She was already cool, Anthony, with what you said to her about your full connection with Winter. But when you bring up Cal Funny and telling her, like, what was the purpose? What was the intent? Even if she decided to talk about Cal Funny, that was not your business to repeat again. You could have just said what you had to say and then went to Cal Funny and said, I think you need to talk to Denise because she still thinks there's a little chance. Let him tell his own business. Anyway, Denise tells Anthony that basically, let Cal Funny talk to me. He does go get Cal Funny, and Denise pretty much says, hey, there was something that you needed to talk to me about. And he basically was like, what? Which at this point I understand Cal Funny saying what, because he's already had the conversation with Denise, so I don't understand why she doesn't understand that it wasn't going to be her. As Cal Funny and Denise are talking, Anthony proceeds to tell Winter that he has decided to tell Denise that he has made his decision to go full on with her. And Winter seems happy about this, but the way she says, okay, well, cheers. I didn't feel like she had true feelings. It was more like, whoo, I won. That's what I felt. But I didn't like the fact that Anthony does talk about it in front of Rashid and Adriana, even though it looks like Rashid and Adriana are having their own conversation, but eventually they stop because they hear what Winter and Anthony is talking about it. Adriana does say, oh wow, when she hear them say it. The way Adriana said, oh wow, I didn't pick it up being malicious. It was almost like a, oh wow, like, wait a minute, if you're not going with Denise, and I know Cal Funny is 100% on me, that means I really gotta make a choice between the two of them. Goes back to Cal Funny and Denise, and they finish their conversation. They hug each other, and she walks away and leaves. And when she walks away, she walks past Rashid and Adriana's face. They're smiling on the couch, but it wasn't a malicious smile, like, whoo, she's gone, ha, that's what she gets. It was a smile like, I have to smile in this moment, but they felt bad for her. I hope they go back and watch this edits and stop blaming stuff on production, guys. And Anthony and Cal Funny, you guys could have took her to the side, like y'all met one-on-one with everybody else. You sent home Simone and Brian. When they went, I understand it was dismissed in front of everybody, but it wasn't no way of an embarrassment. She does say in her confessional on her way leaving that, you know, I guess she didn't find love there, but she did not settle. Denise, I just do want to say this to you, that if you had a went with Anthony knowing that he really wasn't your top pick, that would have been settling. That's it, guys. I don't have too much else to discuss with you. You guys let me know what you think about everything. If you go back and watch my casting special with it, I did say that, you know, Cal Funny looks like he plays games and it's not really upfront. He does say he's upfront, but I think he talks around it so you can put the words together so he doesn't really have to say it. All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you'll be notified of new videos to come. See you soon.